Well, hello there, Pisces. Welcome back to Sunshine for the Soul. If you're new here, I'm Cyndi, and today we have a Pisces June 2023 reading on tap, and we're asking what's the buzz from the universe. And right now we're in Saturn retrograde in Pisces. The last time we were in this retrograde in Saturn was around 1994. So think back. What was your life like and what were you doing in 1994? This is all about how we construct our lives, how we manage our responsibilities. Retrograde is going back, taking a look at where we were and how we can develop or sharpen our skills and how we manage our everyday lives. It's about being balanced physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So Pisces, let's get into this reading. Alright, you guys, so I have 4 cards that popped out while I shuffled that Joker deck, and I've got the Knight of Cups, the Star, the 4 of Pentacles, and the the Ace of Cups to start this reading. And what I look at right off the bat is that we have a rock star and a magician on these first 2 cards. That is both performer energy. So let's take a look at this Knight of Cups. Now, Knights are action takers. Cups are about emotion. So classic romantic. You know, they come in with the big romantic gesture. But as we can see, the Knight of Cups in this deck is very different. So because these meanings are so different in this Joker deck, I'm going to read this to you because I still find them amusing. It says, a young and charming rock star is performing enthusiastically. Behind the stage, a decoration symbolizing the Knight of Cups is placed. Below the stage, there are shadows of his fans cheering for him. There is almost no one who could refuse this man's mana. His good looks, artistic capability, and sense of appeal to others are unrivaled. Because of his favorite characteristics, his kindness towards others makes people misunderstand him as a playboy. You've got to be kidding me. Despite all this, it is clear that he is the master of romance. For the time being, he will live by getting attention from others. Another way to look at that is like, first of all, this character is socking away all this true romanticism that he has inside him. He's hiding it. You know, he's performing, he's doing his thing. But really, he is the classic romantic gesture. He just keeps it. He's keeping it under wraps. You know, his symbol on the back there, that tapestry of the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is all about, you know, in the physical, this is an opportunity to express deep feelings, intimacy, love. This could be a new romantic connection. This could be your heart awakens joy. So that's his symbol. You know, he may be playing and he may be performing, but it seems to me like in his heart, he's all about the emotions. He's all about some kind of fresh start or new beginning. He wants to find, you know, emotional fulfillment. And for now, he's performing, but like it said, he truly kind of is hiding that he's a classic romantic, you know, underneath the surface. And people misunderstand him for being a playboy. That is awesome. He's the master of romance, it says. All right, so let's keep going with this. We have a very interesting reading starting out already. Not surprising the way things have been going. So next we have the Star. Now this is portrayed by a magician. And we know the Star comes only after a tower, only after this destined change of events or this crashing down of our belief systems or our fears or our doubts or whatever we store in the tower that keeps us imprisoned in there. When that tower burns down and comes crashing, then that releases us from those beliefs or those burdens or those responsibilities or whatever is keeping us held there. So the Star, you know, is about wish fulfillment. It can be about healing. And this says that this performer here, this is interesting because it says a painting of a water bottle is being completed by a man who is holding a professional performance on stage. The amazement comes when the water falls down from the drawing. He will leap into stardom by showing an incredible effect to the audience. A twinkling star foreshadows hope, represents people's expectations, and shows miracles like making a marvelous imagination come true. Therefore, he will become a star that is beyond reach. People would rather hope to see the performer rather than debating whether or not it is real or fake. So what he's out there doing, what he's out there accomplishing, this is something he loves to do. He is a performer. And it's like, don't focus on whether or not what I'm doing is real or fake. Focus on, do I love it? Does it make me light up? Is it something that I find joy in? Who cares what other people think if something's real or fake or fictional or not fictional? Right? So this card is just reminding us people would rather hope to see the performer. People like to watch. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake. It has to do with the heart and the soul and what the heart and soul is trying to say in a performance. Right? So we have a voice, and when we want to be heard, we have a very small opportunity, it seems, in our world to speak our truth. So when we do have that opportunity, we really have to kind of look at what do we want to say. And so we have a Knight of Cups here that's kind of a closet romantic, and he is performing, he's doing his thing, even though it's not exactly what he'd like to be doing. He doesn't want anybody to focus on whether or not it's real or fake. Focus on the love of the performance. Focus on the performer and how much they get into the part and how much they enjoy performing. And next we have the Four of Pentacles. Now 4 is a number of peace, and this says a man goes to a pawn shop and is trying to check the worth of his things. The man who seems to be the owner of the pawn shop is good at bargaining and is calculating the price of the man's camera or watch. However, the owner does not really seem friendly, which makes us doubt whether the man can get the money he wanted. The owner of the pawn shop is described as a stingy person, which figuratively describes how he can get back as much kindness and affection he wants after giving them. In life, it would be almost rare to get back in return as much as you have given, whether it's money, love, or anything else. And the Four of Pentacles is holding on tightly to something you don't want to let go. It's holding on to, it's accepting your worth. It's being in flow with the universe. It's trying to maintain a balance. So as this character is trying to sell his belongings, store owner is trying to decide a price on it. It seems to me that he's never going to get back exactly what he's put in. The shop owner's never going to give him what the amount those items are truly worth. A pawn shop never does. And that kind of goes back to maybe like as a performer, because again, I keep coming back to the fact that we have 2 performer cards. This is saying that, when you're a performer, you're spend hours, blood, sweat, and tears, performing a play and all the practice hours and all the setup and all the learning the lines. There's so much that goes into a performance that nobody sees, and a lot of times you probably don't feel like you're getting back what it's worth. Unfortunately, not everything that we do has an equal give and take. We do it because it's what's best for the greater good. It's to have a greater positive influence, even if that means entertaining somebody for a little while. Very interesting. This performer, this is kind of talking about just, how he sees things. It's really odd touching in and talking about how he feels like maybe what he's giving to this performance is not necessarily giving back to him. And now we've got the Ace of Cups, which we saw that his backdrop, his tapestry, is the Ace of Cups. So we've got this performer character. Okay, he's hiding the fact that he is a kind of a closet romantic. He had some kind of tower moment that made him look at things differently, looked at what he considered maybe a wish fulfillment, and it looks like maybe as he performs, he's finding that what he's putting out isn't equally giving back. So that's something that kind of has to be evaluated, whether or not your time and energy, is it fulfilling you? Is there sustainable results? Is it giving you the return that you want? And the Ace of Cups is, aces are very powerful. It's in the physical. This is an opportunity to have a new connection, plant seeds of love and hope to have something emotionally fulfilling. This is all about new love, opportunities, and offers. And with his tapestry being his symbol, this is, I want something new. I want to create something in the physical. I want to take this opportunity possibly to pull his romantic hidden side of him out and, make a romantic gesture. He's going after his Ace of Cups, and he might be finding out that it's not one thing. That was just kind of a means to an end, but it could be something else. Very interesting. Where are we going here? Where are we going? So let's get some clarifiers here. When we look back to Saturn retrograde, how we manage our responsibilities, let's put that in context to those 4 cards that we just saw. This person seems to be evaluating, it's a divine masculine because we have divine masculine on all 3 cards, whether or not something is giving back to him. Maybe his career as a performer is more draining than it is fulfilling. Maybe it's actually taking a loss and it's costing him money rather than earning money. And like he says, it's rare to get back what you actually put into something. And there's some kind of new beginning, something that this character wants to manifest. This masculine wants to manifest, and masculines are just energy. This could be divine masculine or feminine. You place energies in the roles as they fit for you, but just to keep the story straight, we kind of go according to what we see on the cards. If this character is trying to find balance, if he's trying to manage his responsibilities, sharpen his skills, better his everyday life, and as a performer, he feels like it's not giving back to him and he's got something new that he wants to manifest, well, let's ask, what does this character want to manifest? What does he see on his horizon next if he's not finding this fulfilling? It seems like he's been a rock star. He's tried that. He's been a magician. He's tried that. He's tried different ways of performing to find what he really is his niche. So he's kind of questioning things right now. And so we're asking, what does this character want to manifest if he isn't satisfied with performing or the type of performance that he's doing right now? Or maybe this is just a character that isn't satisfied with their own performance, period, and that they want something different. They want to manifest in the physical. There's some opportunity. And we're asking, what's that opportunity? What is this opportunity for this character that maybe they're looking at things differently, a part of their life, that just doesn't seem to be given. 5 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So we're asking, what does this character want to manifest? The 5 of Cups is he no longer wants to be in regret. No longer sitting in the energy of a missed opportunity. And the 3 of Pentacles is, wanting to collaborate with somebody. Wanting to collaborate with maybe a different venture. Something different other than what he's been doing. He's having regrets, maybe about his choice or his choices of how he performed. It could be something general like that, looking at that performance as not something literal, but as his performance in a situation. He didn't get back the return that he wanted. He didn't have sustainable results. So this character, he wants to no longer sit in regret. And the only way to do that is for him to collaborate on a different venture, to create a different adventure, or to try something different, go a different route. So collaborating, this could be about community, this could be about communication. So we're going to clarify the 5 of Cups, and I'm going to use the Light Seers deck. So the 5 of Cups in the Joker deck is regret over a situation that maybe this Divine Masculine didn't handle correctly. Since there's no point in crying over a spilled glass of wine, this symbolizes that there has been a mishap. It got hard and maybe this person may have given up. They were disappointed even at the little mistakes that they made. But you can't linger on things that already happened. We can't focus on the past. It took a while for this character to bounce back. So we asked, what does this Divine Masculine character want to manifest? And it seems like to me, he wants to kind of go back in time and not have these regrets of how he handled the situation. And instead, he'd like to, the 3 of Pentacles. This shows a woman who wants to have a meeting about a building. A woman who wants to have a meeting about building something seems to be the same person as the High Priestess. And if you you have watched my Cancer reading, it had the High Priestess pop up with the Justice as the divine feminine that a divine masculine was planning to return to, that he considered home. So this is the same woman. So we've got the divine feminine coming up in both readings now. And if you haven't seen Cancer, go check that one out. It's falling before this one. It's just getting into more detail. This is about, collaboration. The pentacles symbolize the start of a huge project of one or more people collaborating. There could be several people making an effort to achieve something. So this divine masculine, this performer, is definitely looking to manifest something different, to get out of the energy of regret and start collaborating with what looks like, once again, is the High Priestess. All right. So I think what we're going to do is, now that we've got the High Priestess come up again, we're going to dig into the divine feminine side of things in the rest of this reading, because we know what the divine masculine is doing. They're wanting to make changes. They're wanting to manifest something in the physical. They're wanting to not sit and regret about the past and look at something as a lost opportunity. They're wanting to collaborate and build something with, it looks like, this High Priestess. So let's ask, what does the High Priestess think about this divine masculine? Think about this performer. All right, so we're going to clear the energy here. We are going to use a different deck to find out about this divine feminine energy, this High Priestess. All right, so I've got the Light Seers deck here, and we're asking the universe, what does this High Priestess think about this situation? What are her thoughts about it? We've really not got her side of it at all. And not any of the readings, really. I've just got so much divine masculine energy right now. The collective must be really in a powerful state for all these readings to come up about a divine masculine, making decisions, moving forward. I think a lot of divine masculines are starting to understand that the twin flame connection is not your typical vanilla relationship. This is a divinely orchestrated, energetic connection between two people. Can't be treated like a normal relationship. It's very, very, very different. All right, so tell me about this divine feminine. Okay, I've got the High Priestess again. I've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I've got the King of Cups. I've got Strength, and I've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, interesting. So essentially, I'm clarifying a question about the High Priestess with the High Priestess card. Like, that's blunt and bold. Like, okay, we totally get it. This counterpart is definitely a High Priestess, all right? She's intuitive. And actually, the High Priestess is ruled by Pisces. So Pisces, we have got two High Priestesses coming out in two separate decks in your reading. This is the feminine counterpart to the Hierophant. She uses her intuition. She sits in introspection. She's spiritually wise and insightful. She trusts her instincts. All right, now we're on to the Four of Pentacles. And once again, you guys, this is repeat cards. I just had the Four of Pentacles for the masculine. Now I've got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Capricorn energy. We know fours are a powerful number of peace. This is a divine feminine that's ready to let go. They can trust their intuition. They're surrendering to the universe. They're moving on from toxic people and situations because they accept their worth. And this can be a very good sign that this divine feminine has stopped trying to control the people in her life. She's just letting things flow. She might not any longer be taking action and helping others in need of time. She's learned how to put boundaries up. And now we've got the King of Cups. And the King of Cups was actually in my Cancer reading. Again, this is Scorpio Pisces energy. This is a decision-making energy. When they make decisions, they are in touch with their emotions. They're in touch with their intuition. They're emotionally balanced. They're friendly and wise. The King of Cups offers warm and devoted guidance and suggests that loyalty and consistent compassion are needed, has his emotions controlled, and he maintains his composure. He's in touch with his emotions. He doesn't publicly broadcast his emotions. It's hard to tell you while you're around him if he's in emotional turmoil. This King of Cups can be the poker face or the stone face. They are able to hide their emotions very well when they feel the need to. So this High Priestess that trusts her intuition times 2 cards, 4 of Pentacles times 2 cards, is letting go of something, possibly letting go of this King of Cups. Not sure. The next card is Strength. So this High Priestess, she's trying to find the strength to possibly let go of a King of Cups to bring peace to a situation. And there's a Queen of Wands here. Maybe she could have her sights set on a Queen of Wands. Maybe someone else has come into her life. We know that Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo energy. The Queen of Wands knows her worth. They know what they want. This could also be simply about this High Priestess knowing what she wants. And that if this King of Cups, who normally emotionally expresses themselves, did not, maybe she's finding the strength to move past that. She's bravely pursuing her dreams. She's sexy. She's assertive. She's optimistic. She's energetic. She could be a social butterfly. She's very, very independent. She doesn't play games, and she takes no bullshit. So it seems to me like High Priestess, this looks like she has stepped into Queen of Wands mode. That she is all about passions and desires, and she is not afraid to let things go. Situations that don't serve her. Now, just like this Knight of Cups is discovering that maybe the performance, the things he's doing on the side, maybe isn't fulfilling to him. Maybe it's not bringing the equal give and take that he had hoped it was. And she's the same way. She's in the energy where if somebody doesn't equally give and take to me, or a situation draining my energy but not getting anything back, or not what I possibly had hoped to get back, she knows how to cut it off too. So she seems like she's in a very actually similar place. It just seems like they're mirroring each other a little bit and where they stand on, finding satisfaction in something that is going to give to you, and not being afraid to walk away from it if it doesn't, right? That's what we saw with this Knight of Cups. And that's what we saw with the Star, wanting to no longer sit in regret, wanting to collaborate, possibly with this High Priestess, who has possibly let the situation go, trying to find the strength to follow other passions and desires. So let's get the universe deck out here. What does the universe have to say about this situation of these 2 characters? Of course, we've got a divine masculine, divine feminine. Very interesting little situation going on here. Trying to put it together on the fly, so bear with me. So when I want to ask the universe a specific question, I use this big, huge Rider-Waite deck. It's giant. I just saw the chariot on the bottom. Only the Emperor and the Empress ride in the chariot. So I'm asking the universe, after we've seen these 2 scenarios of these 2 individuals and kind of what they're going through, I want to ask the universe, what's the advice for these 2? If they're mirroring each other and they know their self-worth and what they're putting their energy into isn't satisfying and they want to manifest something different, they're trying to find the strength to follow their passions and desires and really kind of fine-tune to what that is, Is it fame? Is it money? Is it notoriety? Is it, building an intimate relationship and having a more quiet life? We all have to decide those things for ourselves. And once we pick one thing, if we don't find it fulfilling, we can pick something else. I've changed my career multiple times. When something wasn't fulfilling for me, to change it up. And that includes marriages and relationships. You got to do what you got to do, right? It's about our happiness. It's not staying stuck in stagnant energy and not having something equally give and take to us. And I have got the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. I've got the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. And I've got the 10 of Cups. The 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, that's Capricorn energy. And we know Pentacles are about work, career, finance, material aspects, about abundance. And this is the universe saying, don't be impatient. Don't lose faith. Don't give up too early in regards to finding the equal balance of give and take. And the Six of Pentacles in the reverse is over giving or over receiving. And this is one way or the other, we're blocking the flow of energy. If we overgive, we block the flow of energy. If we undergive, we block the flow of energy. If we take too much, abundance is a two-way street. To have our 10 of Cups, we must be prepared to equally give. You put in your 5 cups, I put in my 5 cups. We combine our emotions together to have that perfect union, to have that 10 of Cups relationship, to have that 10 of Cups life that we look forward to. You know, the universe is really being clear here about this situation for these two people, these two energies, this divine masculine, feminine, that are mirroring each other and going through a time in their life, maybe during this Saturn retrograde in Pisces. This is going back and looking at things differently, maybe trying a new strategy or understanding that in our past, there was a lot of areas in our life that weren't equally in giving, whether it was us or whether it was someone else. Either way, there was an imbalance. And the universe wants us to have our abundance. It wants to give us everything that our heart desires. But we definitely have to come into balance ourselves first on the inside in order to have our 10 of Cups. And then we apply what we've healed on the inside to our external relationships so that they can be successful, so that they can be fulfilling to us, so that they can provide equal give and take. And Pisces, if you enjoyed this reading, it was pretty interesting here, you know, about this performer wanting to try something different, maybe go in a different direction, you know, towards this high priestess, experience something new that will provide these characters with equal give and take, and that will give them fulfillment. That will provide the fulfillment that they're desiring if they're both equally willing to give. And Pisces, if you enjoyed this reading, I appreciate you liking, sharing, and subscribing. Putting your energy towards this community helps my channel grow, and I really do appreciate that so much. If you would like to be eligible for a free reading, please put a peace sign in the comment section, and once every 7 days, I will be picking a reader and doing a free reading for. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and we'll see you at the next reading. Peace.